What's happening, guys? Paladin here, and welcome to another video. Today, as promised, I will give you the deck list for the White Forest Blue Eyes build that I've been working on these days. Yesterday, I showed you a combo and the end board and what's the basic idea, the basic play style of the deck. So you can actually have a taste of it. Many of you asked me for a list. As promised, I will give you the list today after some hours of testing. I didn't actually want to give you the list straight away because I wanted to actually test first and then actually justify the ratios and all that stuff. So let's go straight to the list actually, so you can guys see for yourselves. This is the list. I will actually explain every card, all the ratios. Before I start, I won't lie, the extra deck is very tight. I wanted to include like 4 or 5 more cards in there, but it's impossible. Like the way Yu-Gi-Oh is right now, especially when you play combo, 15 cards is like not enough. Like all of you pretty much know that. All right. So anyway, this is a build. Not too many Blue Eyes cards in the main because mostly all of them are searchable, basically with only one starter. This guy. So let's start with a list and let me explain my ratios and what I would possibly change later on. Anyway, so 3 Stellars. This is, in my opinion, the main starter, your main normal summon. I showed you yesterday the combo with this card and any spell. You don't really need the one that adds in hand. Just any spell. It can be cross out, can be called by the grave, whatever. And with that, only one card, you can actually do all the combo for the 5 negates. So this one is a mandatory at 3, 100%. Elzete also at 3. This card is also a starter. It searches a stellar without wasting the normal summon, which is very important because this is the card that you want to start with. And I will explain some other options that you see in the deck list here later on. 2 of this one, of the level 4, sorry I'm not very good with the names. Originally I wanted to actually include only one copy, but on the other hand, because I'm pretty unlucky, sometimes I'm the kind of guy that plays 3 Gamma and 1 Driver and draws the Driver always in the starting hand, so it's maybe just me, but I actually play 2 in this list because I'm like, if I draw this one copy, what the fuck am I gonna do? Because I can't combo off, like the one I showed you yesterday only with a stellar. So I need this copy in the deck. So I'm like, okay, I will play 2, just in case that I hard draw that one copy, and one more copy of the other one, level 4 tuner. It's searchable, it's an extender, it's not a starter, you don't want it in hand. There's no way you normal summon this anyway. 1 Blue Eyes OG, you don't need more than 1, it's fucking bricky as fuck. This one as a one off is pretty fine. You only need this to actually make the level 9s, the synchros. 3 Sages, this card is absolutely insane with the new support. Like in that in a normal Blue Eyes deck with the new support, with 1 Sage you can actually make a full combo. I can make a video if you want about that. This is the second normal summon that you want to put up on board after you're done with your Whitewood plays. So and the good thing about that is that, like I told you yesterday, the Whitewood cards, White Forest, are all level 4 and below spellcasters, light spellcasters. So you can actually make the Blue Eyes link with all of them, search the field spell, then normal summon Sage and do all your Blue Eyes plays. So 3 of this guy, 1 Maiden, she's searchable by Sage. She's insane, I won't lie. And now we go for the hand traps, 3 Blossoms, pretty standard. 3 Mulch Army probably. This one can actually be swapped out with the new one that comes out in Rage of the Abyss, which is arguably better. No, actually it is better. Some people play both of them in the OCG. They play 3 of these, 3 of the other one from the Rage of the Abyss, and 3 Maxi. So it's like having 9 Maxi in the deck. It's fucking insane. 3 of these for now. Post Rage of the Abyss, you play the other one, or you can play both if you want. Good for you. 1 Veiler. Veiler is searchable with Sage, and it's also a target for cross out because you don't want your Astellar to get interrupted. If she does get interrupted, it's not the end of the world, because especially if you have Sage in hand, because you can actually continue and extend with other stuff that you have in the main deck, like Elzete or Maiden or whatever. So it's not the end of the world, because I saw some guys saying like, hey, if you get Veilered, you're fucked. You're not really fucked, in my opinion. You will probably not be able to have all these 5 negates, but your board will still be solid. Maybe in another video I will show you what you can do if this gets interrupted. 1 Nibiru and Shifter. These 2 are basically cross out targets, because as many of you stated yesterday, and I said it myself, admitted it, Nibiru hurts this combo because you cannot put up a negate on your 5th summon. Alright, so this card actually hurts the deck, it hurts the combo. So this, as a cross out target, it absolutely makes sense in the deck. Shifter also, actually this card pretty much fucks up almost any deck in the game right now, like except from like 2 or 3, like Tempai or Spiritual Beasts or Cash. Pretty much anything else is kind of fucked, in my opinion. So this also hurts your combos, it hurts the end board, let's say. So these 2 are pretty much cross out targets, and imperm, of course, as you can see here. So in other words, you have like 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 hand traps that you can use, and 1 hand trap that basically is a brick, because it's basically, you can basically use it, which is Shifter. All right, 3 of the White Forest search spells. This is good because if your Astellar gets interrupted, you can use this, grab Elzete and continue with your combos. Some people, I've seen lists play this at 2 or stuff, but in my opinion consistency is key for this deck, so I suggest playing it at 3. Now for the Blue Eye spells, 1 field spell, you don't need more than 1, even on in a pure build you don't need more than 1. 1 of the 2 new ones from the structure deck. These are searchable with True Light, with so you don't really need more than 1. 1 Call by the Grave, 3 Crossout Designators, 3 P-Erase maps. This card here is really important because it can actually search both Astellars and Sages, because both of them are like 0 attack points. So this card searches basically both, and it's really good, especially if you get interrupted. Like you get interrupted on Astellar, good, you go for the Blue Eyes link, you play P-Erase map, you grab Sage, and you're pretty fine. 3 impermanencies, 1 True Light. This card is insane. Compared to the Eternal Soul that Dark Magician has, this is absolutely way better as a card. Now for the extra deck, as I told you, this is pretty tight. I'd really want to include at least 5 or 4 cards more, but this build basically needs everything, so I couldn't really cut anything from here, and I will justify my choices. Of course, one Blue Eyes Link, you don't need more than one. Its purpose in here is to basically search the field spell, get the second normal summon for Sage. Albion and Dragoon, these two, plus the Mad Dragon Synchro, are in here as an additional negate for your. You actually have 2 negates from this, because from Albion you get Dragoon by banishing Mad Dragon and the Link in the graveyard, and Albion can also be used as a material with a level 4 tuner to go for the Crimson Dragon, and eventually after that go for Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, which is one of the negates of the end board of this deck. So after Dragoon you have the 3 synchros, the 3 White Forest synchros, pretty standard. Every White Forest variant has to include the 3 of them. 2 of them are the first 2 are mostly going first for going first place. The third one is for going second, even better, especially if you go up against big boards or floodgate monsters or stuff like that. It's very useful as a Book of Eclipse, let's say. 2 Blue Eye Spirits, the synchros. I showed you the combo yesterday. You need 2 mandatory number. One of the new one, you only need 1, plus the Blazer. These 2 are summoned in your opponent's turn. So these are 2 of your 5 negates. 1 Crimson Dragon. This card is insane in my opinion. Like cheating out extra deck synchros, extra deck monsters like that is insane. It kind of reminds me of Agar Pain sometimes, but generally it's not. Let's say it doesn't really affect the meta right now, so I don't find it bannable, at least yet. It was kind of toxic where Calamity was legal, but aside from that, it's pretty fine for now. 1 Chaos Angel, the card is insane going second. You can actually banish a target. It can actually protect also your monsters, depending on the attributes that you use. 1 Mad Dragon for the Dragoon, for an additional negate, and 1 Coral Dragon. This can actually be cut, but going second, having its pop to pop something to bait a negate or stuff like that, can actually make the card really useful. Also, you get a draw if it leaves the field, which can also actually replace the card that you discard for its effect. This is pretty much the deck list. This is what I've been working on yesterday, almost all day. Some other cards that I wanted to basically include in here were basically Masquerina with SP, and probably also the Rabbit with the Azurune, the Trap, like the standard White Forest build. But in my opinion, it's pretty fine as it is. Also another hand trap that I really wanted to play here, but I can't because I use dark monsters in the extra deck, is Dominus Purge, the one that came out in Infinite Forbidden. But for example, Pure Blue Eyes builds actually use the card. It's pretty good. There's also another one, similar one, that comes out in Rage of the Abyss. I don't remember the name right now, sorry about that. But yeah, Dominus Purge would be actually insane here, but my extra deck also includes dark monsters, so I can't really use it. This is the list. This is pretty standard. I'd really like to hear your opinion on this, if you want to change anything. And don't get me wrong, this is a sample list. This is something that I give you so you can actually work on it. From my experience, it's pretty cool. It has like 9 starters. If you include the White Forest spell, it's almost like 12. So you have 9 to 12 starters. It's pretty consistent. It has some disadvantages like Nibiru hurting the deck, or Shifter, but we have cross out for that. I didn't actually want it to include other stuff to dodge Nibiru. Like I could play Horus and put up the Galaxy Lord, or later on as Amina, but I really wanted to keep the deck at 40 for consistency reasons, and I didn't want to actually break. At 40 it's pretty fine in my opinion right now, with Piri Race map. So this is pretty much the list. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you have anything else to ask. Honestly, I kind of want to make more deck building videos and combo guides, because I see that you guys like them a lot. So let me know in the comments down below if you want more videos like this one, because I'm open to actually make more of these. So anyway, this is pretty much it. Comment down below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.